Hey guys, Rinker Dinker here. Today we have episode 2 of my personal loadouts for Nerf guns because y'all ate the last one up and left no crumbs. So today I'm bringing you the Modulus. This was one of the first guns I bought when I got back into Nerfing. So I got a lot of good memories with it. But back when I first bought this, I really didn't have many attachments, because I was just getting back into the hobby. But this is kind of the newest, most improved upon design. Like, this was almost exactly what I would run. Of course, I threw on some extra little bits that I might not run sometimes. But for the most part, this is just what I would run. When I first got this, I would just run the included stock because that was the only stock I had. No barrel attachment. I thought they were kind of annoying. I would run this. I'll get into that in a minute. And yeah, no attachments because again, I didn't have any. So this is just with the included stock. Just run it like that. And I think I just had a bunch of 12-round mags from the scavenger because that was a gun I got thrifted. So let's get into it. Starting with the grip. The grip, you will notice, is taped up. That is to cover these little uncomfortable holes inside of the grip. They're supposed to be there. It's a design choice, but they're really uncomfortable. So I just taped that up, covered them up, and it adds some grip on there too, nice and comfortable. And the magazine, I did the same thing too. Now, after I got a couple 25-round drum mags, that was what I used to run with this, but I use them so often that they're just in really bad condition and they get messed up, like they jam a lot, so I don't use them in battles anymore. So the second best is this 18-round mag. I just thought the tape looked cool. I have the number 18 on there because I just thought it was not big enough right there, I guess. I don't know. And I run chili darts or the normal dart zone darts. What was I about to say? I forgot what I was gonna say. I like running these because they're relatively easy to get and pretty cheap and really accurate. I can't use waffle head darts because that's what my mom uses, and I'm not trying to get those mixed up and crap. So, yeah, now, oh man, that's, I love this thing. Moving on to the stock, it's just so smooth. It's just so smooth. Feel like perfect ergonomics. I mean, man, it's great. This thing's great. Moving on to the stock, this is a lightning storm stock. This is actually included with a water gun, but I found this thrifted one day. I actually found two more recently, and it's just like one of the coolest looking stocks and one of the most practical stocks Nerf has ever made. Throw that on, perfect length, it's super comfortable, great stock. Moving on to the top, I do have a little red dot. Now, if I was actually going to run a red dot in my battles, which I have done from time to time, it's not very common. I would put it over here because on the top rail, that's a little closer to my face, it's really tall. So, like I'm looking this way, but to use the red dot, I have to look all the way up. And that's a little weird. So if I was actually going to use that, I'd put it on that front one. Looks stupid, but it works better. And then on the side, I'm going to take that off for now, just so it's not in the way. We have a little scavenger, forgot the word, flashlight. It's a really weak one. Nerf can't really make any powerful ones due to legal issues. That one's really cool. If I was running it in CQB, I would probably run that. Not if it was like really light inside, because that's just a lot of extra weight, a lot of extra bulk that you really don't need. But if I needed it, I would use it. And then the front barrel, this is just a normal little combat Modulus barrel. I think that's what they call it. I don't know. But it's kind of just the smallest barrel attachment. Even though I do own the ion fire barrel attachment, which is, to my knowledge, the smallest barrel attachment Nerf has probably ever made. I just don't think it looks as cool, so I prefer that one. And the reason I even have a barrel attachment point, because you're probably thinking, that destroys the performance. Not if it's this small, first of all. And when I ran this, I used to run it with a pistol, and this thing wasn't on a sling. I didn't have a sling. So whenever I needed to swap to my pistol, I would just drop this thing right on the grass, right on the dirt, mud, whatever, you know, pull out my secondary. So I would get dirt and mud inside the barrel, and this is kind of just to protect this barrel so my dart doesn't have any issues going out, you know? And yeah, that's it. I think any more would be a bit too much, but this is just the perfect amount of tactics. And I'd probably run a couple more 18 round mags on a belt or something, just somewhere on my body that I can reload faster. And I do know they made a stock that can hold mags. That's really cool. I never used those because they're super uncomfortable. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. See you guys in the next one.